Something wrong with this. Alright. Let me see. Good morning. Am I audible, Dr. Ganguly?
Yes, and
Yes, you're
visible too.
audible. Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. The idea of academic research entails a serious scholarly investigation into one particular aspect in a given field. It is to address a specific issue in the given domain of knowledge in order to offer a newer perception in regard to the already existing body of information and analysis. It is important that we, as members of the academic community and active participants in the performance of research, are aware of the latest tools and techniques required for its successful execution. This workshop looks forward to inform and update all present regarding the most recent developments in the field of research methodology. I now take this moment to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Amitabh Boshu, esteemed Principal, Banwarilal Bhalotia College, Asansol, Dr. Shondeep Kumar Ghotok, respected Vice Principal, Asansol Girls College, Asansol, esteemed speakers, professors, scholars, students, and all participants to this two-day national online workshop on citations, references, and research ethics, organized by the Central Library, Banwarilal Bhalotia College, Asansol, under the aegis of IQSE, PB College, in collaboration with IQSE, Asansol Girls College, Asansol. I will now request Dr. Amitabh Boshu, Principal, Banwarilal Bhalotia College, Asansol, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, and thank you very much, Amrita. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
I would like to extend my deep sense. I would like to extend my deep sense of gratitude. Huh? Hello,
Yes, sir. Audible.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would like to extend my deep sense of gratitude to our invited speaker, Dr. Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, Dr. Bridharthi Datta, and Dr. Bulu Maharana for accepting our invitation despite their busy schedule and agreed to deliver that informative and very pertinent deliberation in today's e-workshop on citation, reference, and research ethics, organized by Central Library of our college under the aegis of Internal Quality Assurance Cell in collaboration with the Asansol Girls College. NAC has particularly emphasized upon the collaborative effort of higher educational institutions. In case of colleges like ours, collaboration with foreign institution or linkage with the foreign lab is a very difficult one. But yes, we can collaborate with colleges that lie in our close proximity for organizing such type of workshops, webinars, uh, and faculty exchange programs. In present scenario, this collaborative effort is all the more imperative as we can't recruit guest faculty anymore due to government embargo. One college may have inadequate teachers in specific discipline, and nearby colleges may have excess teachers in that discipline, and thus we can go for faculty exchange program. This workshop is our step in this direction of collaborative effort. Now, today's seminar is important because one of the most important criteria to evaluate the higher educational institution through the research initiative. Now, the accreditation agencies like NAC, NBA, ISO, NIR, NIRF, framed by MHRD, want to data related to each index, item index, citation of the individual faculty member, as well as the cumulative research matrix of the higher educational institution to collect all information regarding the research publication and ongoing funded research project from all faculty, scholars, and compilation and analysis is tough tasks for the member of the IQSC. But still, it is observed that most of the faculty members are not expert in this type of work. So I think it is very important to attend this type of workshop for our teachers. Now, the research today is not a matter of choice or the fulfillment of self-actualization need. Though research in higher educational institutions have always been linked to career and advancement, but never the emphasis has become so great as it is now. These days, linking of research to career advancement has become mandatory. Publication of research paper has become essential for promotion from one stage to another. Publication of research article was a matter of free choice earlier. However, it is more or less a compulsion now. While this compulsion of writing research paper is good in the sense that it can give real boost to research, but on the flip side, there is a sort of race to publish a research article. In these circumstances, people sometimes resort to unethical means, and here the issue of plagiarism crops up. Citing and references are the most important tools in every research work. Proper citing of a particular document is also significant task for a researcher. Otherwise, it will come under plagiarism. The researcher has to cite properly on outside sources with proper citation style. When a researcher is going to publish a research paper in a reputed academic journal, they need to follow the citation style, as the academic research journal has strictly followed the rule of citation style. Nowadays, variety of commercial and freely available reference management softwares come into the market, and so that the citing or reference to a particular document has become easy. Some are freely available in the market. Researchers can easily store their information using these softwares. If we maintain our professional ethics, including research ethics, with zeal, the standard of research can reach admirable level. Today, research and teaching become complementary to each other, and in this scenario, this workshop on citation, reference, and research ethics is the need of the hour. In today's workshop, our expert will just enlighten us on this aspect, how to use the recent technological upgradation and software so that we can take advantage of this opportunity to make our research work just little bit easier and up to date. And now looking forward to our eminent speaker to enlighten us on this topic. And once again, I want to thank all our invited speaker, participants, member of our organizing committee for organizing this workshop. And I wish a grand success of this work. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We have an important announcement. Well, to inform you that Dr. Vidyarthi Dotto, owing to unavoidable reasons, will not be able to join us today, and so his session, unfortunately, stands cancelled. Thank you. I will now request Mr. Obiti Chakraborty to continue.
Hello,
Yes.
am I audible, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible. You're audible, Obiti, sir. Kindly continue.
Now I would like to introduce Dr. Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, sir. He is a professor of LIS and presently head DLIS of Kolkata University. Professor Mukhopadhyay is a recipient of Best Young LIS Teacher Award from IASLI Kolkata. He worked as a developer and promoter of many open source projects. He has written 100 papers in journals, conference volumes, and 5 books in his own credit. His recent book on interoperability and retrieval is published by UNESCO Paris. Professor Mukhopadhyay acted as a metadata consultant for the project National Digital Library of India, hosted by IIT Kharagpur. He is presently a member of the advisory committee for National Virtual Library Project of Ministry of Culture, Government of India. He developed Vidya Online as e-learning portal for Vidyasagar University in 2006 and developed modules for 3 online courses in Swayam platform. Now I'd like to request Professor Mukhopadhyay to continue. Hello.
A very good morning to all of you. I'm Tell me.
Sir, your sound is breaking.
Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay. So let us continue.
Okay.
All, what I would like to remind you, as principals have said, that references is a very important component of your scientific writing, your publication, etc. But nowadays, another very important facet is coming. Another very important facet is this is e-learning. If you go through the four quadrant model top provided by Ministry of HRD related to e-learning, in that four quadrant model, the quadrant 3 is basically the list of further reading list. Now in that further reading list, ministry is actually requesting all the faculty members that in quadrant 3 we need to provide open access resources related to the topic of coverage, and that open access resources must be listed in any standard citation format like APA, MLA, or if you are belonging to any science domain, then IEEE and other things. So that is my point of deliberation, that nowadays it is not only important to learn reference management system for managing your publication, but at the same time it is also required to handle your e-learning activities, because you all know that there is a four quadrant model of e-learning by Ministry of HRD. And in that model, quadrant 1 is video tutorial, quadrant 2 is the e-text, quadrant 3 is the further reading list, and quadrant 4 is the evaluation part. So entire quadrant 3, management of entire quadrant 3 requires you to have knowledge related to open access resources and their listing in proper citation format. Okay, so let me try to share my screen before jumping into the practical demonstration mode. So I am trying to share my screen. Please for screen.
Your screen is, we can see your screen, but not slides.
So you see the slides, no?
No, sir. Slide is not visible. Yeah, now it's okay,
It's
sir.
visible.
It's visible now.
It's visible. Sir, slide is visible. Slide is visible.
Okay. So let me continue. I'm getting some noise from your side. please check that everybody is muted. Okay, so let us start. So this is my topic of deliberation, that is the smart referencing, managing sources, citations, bibliography. Now, what do I mean by these three fundamental facets of smart referencing? First, you know that start directly referencing or citation business. First, you need to know the related sources both for your publication and for your e-learning activities. Then after discovering sources, I will be showing you in the smart referencing format how can you transfer the entire sources, be it a journal article, be it thesis, be it a book, from different online sources automatically into your data set. That means the software you are using for managing your references, those we call generically reference management software. Now after collection of all the sources, and that can be an ongoing activities also, that when we are writing a paper, first we are not collecting all the sources. Some most of us actually collecting reference sources what we normally think important. Then with the ongoing activities of our paper writing, of our academic writing, we gradually increase the size of sources. So that is one of the point of consideration of this hands-on workshop, that how we can automatically transfer sources into our reference management software. And here in this particular workshop, we are going handle all references by using an open source software that is called Zotero. I will be giving you a step-by-step approach what to do today, so that next day we can go for a hands-on session. Then after my source collection is over, my side reference management software is in place, then I can start using those references, those reference sources what we have collected in the paper or in the academic writing. That is called citations or in-text citation. The in-text citation varies from according to different standards. APA follows one kind of thing, author date format. Similarly, if you follow IEEE, that follows numeric order 1 2 3 4 and so on. So different in-text citation format is there. According to your selected standard, it will be determined. And then after, when our in-text citations at the end of the paper or at the end of the lessons or academic writing, we need to produce a set of bibliography or a set of references, chapter references or bibliography. There are a little bit of difference between the reference and bibliography, that part I will be coming, but altogether let us say that this is bibliography. So these three are the fundamental tasks related to your reference management. And why I am saying smart referencing, that I will be coming. But before that, there are two serious observations related to the academic writing made by two star field. They are very popular science writer. One is Daniel Goldman. He said in January 2019 that academic publishing is the only institution where people fight over the privilege of giving their product to a company for free. What does it mean? We burn our midnight oil, we put our all intellectual labor, then we fight each other to donate that particular piece of intellectual output to a commercial company on the basis of which they make huge profit. And what is our tangible return? Our tangible, there is actually no tangible return, only our prestige increases with the publication and our career advances. So that is a serious observation made by Daniel Goldman. This observation, as you all are matured participants here, so let me share particular thing. When we people write paper, we people review paper, we are not getting paid. We almost almost perform this job free of cost, because when I write a paper or you write a paper, we people simply do not expect be paid by the publisher. Then the paper goes to our senior colleagues as reviewer, as editor, or for the peer review or the review, quality control process that is called the peer review process. Now that is also free. Science publishing companies are giving you a template. By following that template, you have to write your paper, you have to prepare the camera ready paper, so that they can save money in typesetting also. Now on the all this free voluntary involvement in the publication, at the end of the day you see the profit they make. This is only the science writing. I am saying size of the total scientific and technical writing, almost the business goes up to 26.2 billion. Journals actually is basically the most important market share of this 26.2 billion, that goes up to 6.8 billion. This particular profit per annum is actually distributed through only 5-6 major companies. Elsevier takes the lion's share, 16% of entire profit. Then comes the Springer Nature, followed by Wiley and Taylor and Francis, and so on. So this is the situation of economics of the things we produce almost free of cost. So that point of view you must have you must be so that particular fact you need to know, that you are providing your paper free of cost to the publisher, but publishers at the end of the day made huge profit, and they never return back what they are their profit for the development of academia, for the development of science and technology. So that is one of the serious observations into the mechanical part of this workshop. Now, another serious observation is that as Professor said, that citation and reference management is very important aspect for scientific writing. But here also you see there are thousands of citation styles, and possibly the fact I am going to share with you is it will be shocking for you. Why it will be shocking for you? That we are not against the consistency in referencing, of course. Do we really need thousands of citation styles existing? Almost, I am going to show you, there are almost 9,000 citation styles in the CSL style repository. There is a GitHub repository which actually archive all kind of styles, like APA, MLA, journal related citation styles in one place, and it goes up to 9,000. Can you believe it? And all this creates lots of confusion on the part of academia, and the cost involvement is also very high. You written a paper for journal X, they are actually following a reference standard, say R1. Now you suppose your paper got rejected, or you have withdrawn your paper from the journal X. Now you want to send it to the journal Y. They are again following a separate citation standard. Then again you have to change your all 60-70 or citations or references inside your paper into the new format. Now it may continue to the third journal, to the fourth journal, to the fifth journal. So you see the unnecessary manual labor involved in this reference management is really tremendous. One study shows that 30% of your academic writing time actually you are spending for managing an unintellectual job, non-intellectual job, that is called reference management. There is no intelligence required to manage a citation. You need to acknowledge that particular source, and you need to give the details so that other people can discover the source. So that simple thing we are making very, very complex, and I am going to show you that how complex it is. So if we go to the GitHub center style repository, CSL we call, here you see 1965 commits. So that means they have requested all the journals, publishers, all who are following different kind of citation style, that how many citation styles are there in this world. So far we gathered 8,965 number of styles. Okay, 8,965 number of styles so far gathered in this repository. Nobody knows that why do we need that kind of a huge number of citation styles. But interestingly, if you again go through the analysis of this one, this is the job we have done for a recent work in our department. So let us analyze all these 9,000 standards. So what is happening now? You see the magic. That is all citation style. So most of cases citation style can be categorized into 5 groups. So what are these 5 groups? So some are using only the author as in-text citation. Some are using author date, that means APA, surname of the author, comma, year of publication. Some are using label. Some are using notes, particularly very popular for language and linguistic people, and some are using numeric. So as you can see from this particular chart, so two most important or two most popular citation standards are basically can be categorized into two groups. Either they are mostly author date in-text citations they follow, or they follow numeric pattern. So what does it mean? When you are going to provide a link to the bibliography, it is called in-text citation. In in-text citation, when you are indicating the bibliography or references by using the surname of the author, then comma, year of publication, that is called author date in-text citation style. And what is numeric? You are simply giving 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. in superscript format. So superscript based numeric pattern is called numeric in-text citation style. So now if you go by the discipline wise, say for example in the domain of biology, these 5 groups, most of the use follow author date citation style 293, and numeric pattern follows by 108 number of citation styles. Now if you come to chemistry, here you see in chemistry author date is less, only 14 citation style, but mostly they follow numeric pattern, but they again varies, different standards are there. They follow numeric in-text citation, but 120 in number. So in this way, if you come to this language, here you see the political science, mostly author date 104. If you go to sociology, mostly author date 21. So most of the cases it has concluded that humanities, arts and social science people actually follow author date citation style. Although there are many number of citation style, mostly they belong to the category of author date in-text citation. But in case of science and technology, excluding biology, most of the publication pattern follows the numeric style, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. This is one of the situation. Now if we first and this second observation seriously, what are the solution? So first observation led us to the extensive use of open access resources, so that we can discover our resources, we transfer that particular bibliographical information automatically into our system. And in the second observation, that what should be the solution? There are 9,000, almost 9,000 citation style. Some follow author date, some follow note, some follow numeric. So how to handle this manually? That is called, do not try to handle references manually anymore. There are many tools available, and those generic tools are called reference management software, and the process is called smart referencing. So these are the two tentative solutions. Now, as I said that why viewing this smart referencing or reference management as a part of open knowledge movement, because the prediction made by OCLC recently. OCLC is a very famous research institute in the domain of library information science. Many of you must be knowing the existence of Global Union Catalog called WorldCat, the largest bibliographic datasets of the world, and that is actually developed by OCLC. So they predicted that by 2020, 50% of all knowledge objects are available in open access channel, and by 2040 100% of the open knowledge object, including book chapter, journal article, full text thesis, all major component of scholarly communication process will be made available in open access channel fully 100% or 100% 2040. So that's a silver line in the cloud. So all the sources, all the information sources, all the tools we are going to utilize here in this particular workshop are open source software. Most of you can use your desktop or laptop, and the extension and software I am going to tell you, those you can download free of cost. You can be in Windows operating system or in Linux operating system or Mac OS, nothing matters. All operating system supports the tools what I am going to share with you. So before starting the demonstration process, let me again remind you that you all are all matured researcher, but your research always starts with that you never forget. The strong your past initiative towards the scientific writing, that is discovery, number of relevant papers, number of relevant objects related to your research domain you discover, better is the ball game. So they come up very strongly with your discovery part of your scientific writing, how to identify relevant resources, how to gather those resources into your reference management software. Then comes the other part, that is the writing part. So in this entire scientific publication channel, in this particular workshop, we are targeting two object or two components in particular. One is the discovery and second is the writing, because other parts are intellectual analysis, publication, outreach, assessment, actually do not come under the purview of this particular workshop. So we will be targeting only discovery, how to identify sources and how to transfer those sources inside our reference management software. Now another important thing is happening, like any other discipline of the world. If you go through the different facets of human life nowadays, more and more AI based tools are coming, machine learning is coming. So your smart referencing is no exception. Lot many AI based tools uh, already implemented in different academic discovery interfaces. So some of those AI based tools we are going to also check, and you will be coming to know that how smart really these AI based tools are. So if we go now to our core domain, that is the smart referencing. Before entering into the details, let me tell you that why do we need reference? In his keynote speech or inaugural speech, principals have already told you that a reference we need to give to acknowledge. Definitely, first objective is to acknowledge other works. Second objective is to allow your readers to find the original source very easily, so that they can follow what you have cited. Third is to get recognition and authentication of the work. So when you are giving a list of references in a given domain or the area on which you are working, so that literature review part, that reference and management part must include some of the key papers in your domain. So you simply cannot afford to miss some of the very important work already done in your field by other stalwarts. So that is one of the things, that your paper will be recognized and authenticated if your paper is based on the background of the researches made by the stalwarts. So the fourth objective is to make the work informative, that is to increase the quality of the work. And fifth and the final one is to trace the intellectual development of the ideas you are working or you are presenting. That means you as a researcher, you have a responsibility to provide a systematic exposition, a gradual progress of the disciplines or the area you are dealing with. So that also requires to handle different kind of chronology development, also requires utilization of who developed what, in which year, how it has been developed, what mistake made by the earlier researcher and corrected by the later researcher. All you need to give in your literature review part to discuss the progress of the knowledge. Now the trivial question, that what is the difference between the reference and bibliography? So from my give you one particular example. The bibliography is a much more broader term, and reference is a subset under it. Say for example, in your PhD research, the entire research work, the motivation came from a novel. Now that novel can be part of your bibliography, can be part of your references. References we people normally keep up the end of the chapter. That is also called chapter references. So all references you are providing at the end of the chapter must be cited inside the text. That is called in-text citation. Your references must be cited inside the text. But if you want to add that particular novel, what gave you the initial inspiration but not related with any kind of chapter, then that particular novel must go to the bibliography section. So there is no hard and fast rule that one particular object you have included in bibliography section should have presence in the cited part. So bibliography need not to be cited, or it may be cited, does not matter. But if you are including something in references, that must be cited. Okay, now, okay. Difference between that, although we use the two terms interchangeably, but please remember bibliography is a broader concept and reference is a narrower concept. If you include something in reference, that needs to be cited. If you include something in bibliography, that may be cited or may not be cited. So that is the difference. Now, as I said that this is a particular graph related to writing a workshop. So they correctly presented that if you give the 100% time in the development of your thesis or an article, so 70% time you are spending on thinking, and almost 20% of the time, rest of the a large chunk of time you are actually spending for word processing management, reference management, correction of the references. This 20 to 25% active research time is actually you are spending for a non-intellectual job called reference management. So how to automate that particular part of your research, that is the main purpose of this particular workshop. So now go for the demonstration mode. So we just so far it is the slide presentation. This audio part is okay. You are getting it undisturbed. Some kind of disturbance is there.
No, sir, it is fine. No, sir, it is fine.
Okay, thank you. So now I hope that you can see the screen, your most favorite search engine called Google. Okay, and here you see, first let me demonstrate, then I will tell you. Please, again I am getting noise from your end. Please check it. Hello.
Yes, sir, fine.
The conceptual components are there when you are managing your references. One is the finding out the sources. Second is the gathering the sources from the online resources to your reference management software. And first, let me tell you today the process. Let me demonstrate the process first. Then I will tell you what you need to complete in 2 days, so that we can again check all the processes right from the beginning in the next day, that is on 15th. So let me start that. First, suppose I am utilizing here a tool called Zotero. So first task of all of you will be to go to zotero.org. So this is the site address, zotero.org. So this is the site. Zotero.org. Now, when you are entering into this uh, instance of the browser, in this is the Google Chrome. That all of you must use Google Chrome for your endeavor, because I remember Google Chrome is available only in 64-bit version. So 64-bit version of Google Chrome. Now here you can see, as I said, available in all three platforms, Mac and Linux. So my system, you can understand, I am using Ubuntu OS, is a part of Linux, but you can easily use your Windows 10 or any flavor of Windows, or even your MacBook. Does not matter. So for all now, one particular question for is definitely popping in the mind of some of you. Why we are not running here Mendeley, but why I am advising to use Zoot? Okay, so let me clear that first. So also a reference management software you can download from website, just like Zotero, and then both Zotero and Mendeley work in the same way. But there are two advantages of Zotero. First advantage is that it is completely open source, but Mendeley available free of cost, but not open source. That means you cannot touch the source code to change it. So as Zotero is freely available, it's an open source software, so many of the persons all over the world are associated with the developments of Zotero. So pace of developments of Zotero, the release cycle of Zotero is much more better than Mendeley, first of all. Second, as it is open source, I can customize, I can input my own search criteria there, that I am going to share with you what to do. So that kind of facility is again not available in Mendeley. Third is that the latest version of Zotero can also track the retracted paper. The teachers from the science community must have a concept called the retraction. Retraction means you have published some paper, later on some objection came because of the tall claim, because of the image distortion. This is not plagiarism, Plagiarism is a different issue. Retraction is a different issue. Retraction means the facts and the experiments you are reporting is actually people cannot perform that particular experiment, that particular by following the protocols you have given in other part of the world. One particular concept related to science is that one particular experiment I am referring, one particular method I am referring here, that must be executed or should be executed in different other context, in different other conditions. So if that fails, that means there is a lacuna in your methodology, in your experiment. So that kind of reasons are there for papers that have been retracted over the last 10-20 years. So one of the beauty or benefit of the Zotero is that you cannot automatically know what papers have been retracted by that journal publication system. But Zotero, through the database, they made a seamless integration between these two data sets and can identify rightly that this particular paper, what you have included in your reference, is already retracted from the journal publication system. So that kind of facility is not available in Mendeley. This can only be done between two open data sets like Zotero and retraction one. So these are the few advantages of using Zotero. Now, if I download button, it can automatically detect that what particular operating systems you are using. Say for example, I am using here Linux operating system, and here you see it will offer you two, or it actually offered me two downloading options. One is the Zotero 5.0 for Linux, that is the latest version. And this is the Zotero connector. So first, my it can automatically detect my browser also. See here it says install Chrome connector. But if I am using Firefox, it will be saying install Firefox connector. So first you install the Chrome connector. Then after your connector installation is over, you can download Zotero 5 for Windows. Suppose you are using Windows operating system, so here it will come Zotero 5.0 for Windows. Then you download, and after downloading, installation part is very easy. You double click it, it will come start installing, and it will create a desktop icon in your machine. So today you please complete these two tasks. Go to zotero.org, click the download button, install first the Zotero connector. It has got different very important advantages I am going to show you. So this I already here you can see in my connector. So this is called Zotero connector. This kind of bookmark icon will be coming here, that you can utilize. And after downloading this Zotero 5 Windows or Linux, you install it. In case of Windows, you have to click the exe file. In case of Linux, you even do not need to do that. You can start your Zotero by going to that particular directory and calling Zotero directly. So that is very easy in case of Linux. In fact, much more easier in case of Linux. So please go through these two tasks, and you can see, if you can see my screen here, that in the left hand side panel I have Zotero already installed. This is the short link to call Zotero. In your case, in case of Windows machine, it will be available as desktop icon. And I already installed this Chrome connector. So that's all. So this is all related with the Zotero. Now another thing I would like to tell you, that in this particular slide, you can see here that apart from the Zotero managed, that is the reference management part, I have also equipped my Chrome browser with 4 extensions. These 4 extensions are code discovery, unpaywall, semantic citation or SCite, Pernio, and Scholarcy. So altogether there are 5 actually. Now how to install this extension? You open up, you go to your Chrome Web Store. So this is the site address. You can simply search Google by Chrome Web Store. So in the Chrome Web Store, if you go, so you will be going to in your browser, you will be opening a search the store interface. In this particular search box, You first search with the code discovery. It will discover it and then click for installation. Then install Unpaywall in the same following the same path. S-Site, Copernio, and Scholarship. So these 5 extension will give you much better scope to manage your reference sources. So let me show you the example. So these 5 extension, then Chrome connector and the Zotero itself. So these are our target. So that we need to install. And installation part, as I said, very easy. You just search, click, it will be installed, all the extension. And in case of Chrome connector, you just click install, it will be installed from the zotero.org. In case of Zotero standalone version, you need to download the software and simply double click it. That's the thing. So if we can move this thing. Now suppose in Google I am searching something related to my research, bibliography. So this way we normally search Google. Now suppose this particular paper came from Taylor and Francis. So if I click this particular paper, okay, this particular paper or this particular object is very important for my reference. So you see now what is happening in just a few seconds, and please check my screen what is happening, because my browser is power 5. So let me one by one. So in the left hand part of the screen, you can see the green button view PDF. This is basically the Copernicus. Although you see this particular paper, what I required is available to a journal, commercial journal published by Taylor and Francis, but I am equipped with the tools. So that tool told me that this PDF you can view from Copernio repository. Now if you go to the right hand side of my screen, here you can see the top core repository extension. It says that okay, the free of this particular paper journal I have found. So if I click free full text or open it, full is coming. Next is the unpaywall.org. It also told me green color means it is available from the green path of open access. If I click that, so that things. And in the next one you can see S-Site. It set kind of information. It tells me actually this particular paper has got 2 mentions. That means it has got 2 which actually cited this particular paper. Are you interested to access? If I click here, these 2 related paper I can discover which actually is related with this particular paper through citation network. And you can see recent development. It is called CASA, subscription access. As I am using my laptop, and normally I generally take my university campus and allot an IP address of the university setup. So Google identified that it is a subscriber of this particular journal, and it provided me the full text access. So that is called activated subscription access, CASA. So these are the tools, talent paper from different open access channels, and discovering the system. Now, start Zotero. So if I in Windows machine, you are double clicking this thing, so my Zotero will be starting. So this is the interface of the Zotero. You can see this interface, both Windows and Linux has no difference in the. So when you are starting a new endeavor, you are in the mode of writing a new paper, a new academic chapter. So first you create a new collection. So I am creating a collection, say BBC. and Asansol Girls College, AGC. So suppose my collection name is BBC, BB College and AGC Asansol Girls College. So one particular collection created and arranged alphabetically, and it's completely blank, nothing is there. So that is the ideal situation. Now after opening your Zotero, after creating your collection, so new collection, there are two options. Either you can add your data manually, so that is the new item, and you see how many items types are available: books, book selection, journal article, newspaper, and so on. So different kind of items are available. So first of all, we are not in the mode to enter manually different kind of items. My smart referencing principles tells me that you go to online, you discover the resources and automatically transfer these resources inside your smart reference management tool. So that I will do. So now I am minimizing this paper is very relevant for my work. So I need to transfer this particular paper. Otherwise, I can always copy title this way. I can copy author, copy the DOI, etc. But you are wasting your time. You people show you that critical and minimize it. This particular call your job. So I already said that install. If I click my save to Zotero, here you see in the right side of my screen what is happening. It identified all the papers available and identified that this is the title of the paper and this is the open access. Identified that the full text open access PDF. Now it is asking me that do you want to save it? Now the moment I click OK, done, and you see the magic. Now you come to your Zotero. Bank BBC AGC is now filled with one particular reference title. But again I tell you that do not always depend on the machine. When a particular reference you have transferred online to your Zotero, from online source to your Zotero, please check this item type is very important. It identified rightly, it's a journal article, title, author. So if there are more authors, so author is a repeatable field. Every time author will be repeated. Abstract of the paper, title of the publication, volume number, issue number, page number, date of publication, DOI number, ISSN of the journal, all came automatically to your system. And here you see some of the additional fields are there, that is called JSSC, that is a publisher category code. I will tell you the use of this particular extra field later on level of Zotero. So this is the thing. And suppose you see, as I said, that this can be powered by retrieval engine. So here you see, suppose some point of your time you simply forget the open access resources. So here you see, if you click the right hand side, so it can give you the snapshot also. So from selected this particular reference. So normally it happens with us. We normally teachers are forgetful people. So you downloaded one particular PDF and completely forgot from where you have downloaded this particular PDF. So that kind of not happening inside Zotero. When you are accessing a particular PDF also, you just transfer the data from online to your PDF Zotero. So everything will be remembered by Zotero, from where you collected, the URL, on which date you have accessed it. Date is given in the US format, MMDDYYYY. So all these facilities are there. Apart from that, Zotero, if I want to ask my Zotero that I need now the full paper. Can you help me? Now, as you see the beauty of the Zotero in compare with Play. So I can now, this search engine is not available by default. I will share source code with you so that you can rectify or you can modify rather your default installation of Zotero. So this is the search engine we have added in Zotero. Can tell Zotero that you can search is in OADUI, you can search in Sci-Hub, you can search in different other sources. So suppose I am trying first the legal open access OADUI. So if I click OADUI, now you see Zotero will search on behalf of me that where the full text of this particular paper and text of the paper will be given. So this advantage is nowadays available. So do not try to search. This is my request and advice to all of you that nowadays do not go for objects, your paper, your knowledge objects without Zotero. Always open up Zotero first. Then utilize your browser to access resources, different sources, transfer the data, and ask Zotero to find the materials from you. And does not matter whether it is open access, and that is mainstream open access, is Gorilla open access. Zotero can also find this particular paper if not available in open access from Sci-Hub. You don't have to go Sci-Hub. Zotero will bring the paper to you from Sci-Hub. So that is the advantages. Now, another two references add very quickly. So this is one of the reference we have added. Now suppose let me try a book. Say suppose just book site, as I told you that the global the largest bibliographic database or unique catalog of the world developed by OCLC worldcat.org and some library localhost. So suppose in the BB Asansol Girls College, you have your own library management software. From there also can transfer data into Zotero, and this is a union catalog. Suppose here I am searching some books on that paper related to bibliographic relationship. So let me search something on FRBR. It's related to cataloging. So you can transfer this example into your particular domain. So I am trying to gather some documents. So one paper I have collected. Now I am trying to go for a book reference. This is my local library solution. Suppose in your library OPAC available in your college. Here also I am searching something on cataloging. So let us see what is happening. A OCLC actually retrieved many tools. So suppose this book I want to standing FRVR. So I am clicking this particular book. The details will be coming. Now, if I click my Zotero, you see intelligent this software is. If I click my Zotero, you see the sign actually from article to book. Now it has identified this is a book really, and it identified in which particular folder done. So this should be the second reference. Now let me my own library. So suppose this particular book available in my own library, authority control. So I am also collect references from this particular book. So I'm trying to tell you that Zotero compatible with the global resources, global search engine, but it can also detect your reference from system. Now this is the book details. Now again you see, if I again change the symbol change to book, if I click, so it can identify, then I can select done. there should altogether there should be 3 books. Now the Taylor, in that case, author is Taylor, so has got 2 references, and this is basically Nauroji. Ali, 3 references we have collected here, and you see here 1, 2, 3. So third one is a book. It got collected from the my local koha, and the library professional present here, I will request to check interesting thing in the left hand corner of this Zotero interface. So all the subject access entries, like you the term descriptor you use to populate mark text 0 are actually also snatched by Zotero to indicate the tag. So these are the descriptor collected by Zotero automatically from library catalog, available from 6.5 tag of Mark 21. So that's a very interesting development. So I have now 2 books and 2 papers. So anytime, suppose this particular book Taylor, I already have 1 document, so I want to delete or move this particular book, so I can always select and move item to. So now there will be 2 documents. So in this way you can always go for final selection of your data. Now suppose I am in the mode of my document. So let any of the, so this is the text document. So when you will be installing your document, you see here in case of OpenOffice, so these are the Zotero icon will be installed automatically. In case of Microsoft Word under the Microsoft Office suite, so that particular tools will be available under the reference tab. So in during one process of your Zotero installation, if I also request you, when you are installing your Zotero after downloading, you please connect your machine with the internet. Now if you are connected with the internet, in one point of installation, Zotero will ask you that should I integrate your word processing software with Zotero? Always say yes. If you say yes, in case of this open office, these Zotero icons will be there. I will be explaining you that how this Zotero icons works. And in case of Microsoft Word, you will be getting under the reference tab as a subcategory under the reference tab. If you click the reference tab there, so Zotero icon will be there, similar something like this. Now let me have text kind of thing. So this is the sample text. Let me collect. So I think it will. So let me copy few lines from a particular document already. This is one paper. So this is one of the paper I have utilized. So I'm copying a simple paragraph to show you. Let me. So this is the document. Now I have written this particular paragraph related to my it is slightly visible to all of you. So this is the paragraph I have written, and these are my Zotero icon, and I have 2 references so far. We can show you the example. Now suppose after this line I need a reference. After this line I need a reference. I need to cite a particular thing. That thing I have taken from the paper of Taylor or the book of Taylor. So my suggestion is that give a space, then you call your first icon of Zotero. So you see there 5 icons of Zotero. Add one. Second one is generate bibliography. Third one is the refresh Zotero. Fourth one is the set document preference, and the fifth one is unlink. Suppose one particular citation I have linked, now I want to unlink, so that facility is also available. So first 2 is the mostly useful icons here. So let us first take me the add in-text citation. Now if I click add in-text citation, first what it is telling that what kind of reference management standard you are going to utilize. And here also you see all reference listing are listed alphabetically. There are many in the library of Zotero, but if you do not find something you are following, then if you click this part, then it will go to the web repository of Zotero style standards. So there you can search your standard. You can click to integrate that particular citation standard with your local Zotero. So that kind of facilities nowadays available. So this is the standard library. After downloading, most of the standard citations are there, but as I said that there are 9,000 cite standard, and some chances are there that you are not finding your own. So then you click the manage styles part, you download it and you check it. So that thing, if you try, if you cannot perform it again, the next day I will show you. So for the example, let us take the standard citation style for the social science follow APA, American Psychological Association, the latest version, that is the 7th edition. So I'm now if I select is OK, here you see that one particular search block is there. So there I can see these references. All the references, I have many other collection apart from BBC AGC. So in the BBC AGC I have one Taylor. So I am searching by Taylor. So all the documents written by, if I select any of this one, and here also you see that know that the in-text citation format. So according to APS standard, in-text citation format for this document is Taylor et al. Because many authors are there. Dot, comma, space, year of publication. So this is the document I want to add. Just press the, but where you see the next or the last line, I need to add another reference inside the line. So your reference come at the end of important that you can follow. So suppose here I am going to give the second references. So again you can call your Zotero. So this time I am interested to the paper of Ali Reza. So Ali Reza I am searching. It is not necessary that you always need to search by author. If you remember some title keyword, all you can utilize in your search. Say for example, I want to search how many documents are there related to FRBR. So I can search and it can tell me these are the FRBR related document, because you see FRBR appeared in the title. So similarly I can search by author also, subject, title, many things. So this is the paper, analysis of walk to walk, this one, Ali Raja Neurology. So if I select, it can automatically identify two authors are there, and Nauraji is the second author, and it can, if I take, so here you see this one, and you can always check the space, so there will be a space before and. So these two references I have utilized. Now suppose my writing part is over, just imagine. So now add the references. So what to do now? At the end of this one, if I click the second icon of Zotero, add edit bibliography, you see what happens. It will create bibliography in exactly in APA format, and it doesn't matter where references, it doesn't matter. Here you see it produced these two sites. So it produced one in the APA format, followed the automatically followed or generated in hanging indentation format, which is required for APA, and arranged alphabetically. So this is the second, but it went fast. You see, this is the first, but it went second because of the alphabetical order. Because in APA everything you need to arrange alphabetically. So this is the very basic advantages citation management software, and this is the only basic things I have given you, that you add your Zotero connector, you then generate your management reference and other thing. So you see how easy it is. Within now 10-15 minutes you can manage thousands of references. So this is the only basic thing. There are many advanced level work. How I can change this APA standard to nature standard, from nature to IEEE. So all process is automatic. How can I extract the references of a given author directly into my Zotero library? That is also possible. So this kind of advanced level things are also there, that we will learn slowly, but basic thing you practice today. So that is the task what I have given. Go for, again I am repeating. So you go to Zotero.org. Next day, all of my search engines what I have developed, I will share with you, and I will tell you how to do, what to do with it. So this is the site address, zotero.org. Click the download button, then install the Chrome connector first. Download your Zotero 5 for Linux or Windows. Install that one. Please remember, during the process of installation must be connected to the internet. In one point of time it will be asking you to select your or whether you are opting for what processor and Zotero connectivity. Always say yes. Then it will download the related JavaScript library and combine your Zotero with your this one word processing. In case of MS Word, you will find Zotero icons under the reference tabs. In case of OpenOffice, you are where to find it. In the top, all the Zotero icons will be there. If your integration is successful, then these icons you will see, and you can do things what the way we have shown. Now in the second part of the exercise, you some of the book site, some of the journal site, and you try to prepare a references with 3 to 4 books, 5 to 6 journal paper, to PhD thesis, everything. And when your references transfer to Zotero, always check the minimum basic essentials are there or not. That is the most important thing, is item type. So sometimes Zotero, because of the web nature, it can save a particular as a HTML type or web page type. So do not allow that. Always go for real item type things. That is the, here you see item type automatically identified as book. Here item type automatically identified as a journal. So you can always change item type. If you click this one, so these are the item type list available. Suppose you think this Zotero did wrongly, so either you can delete that one, or you can transfer your item type from web page type to book type, web page type to book section type, and so on. So that is all for today. If you have any question, I'll be happy to answer. Rest of the things today you practice this one. The rest of the advanced level job we will do next day.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Sir, I have little
Sir, I
confusion
have little
about
confusion
in the
about the
installation of the
installation of
Zotero.
the Zotero.
Do I have to?
Do I have to?
Do you? Hello. Can you repeat your question, please? You are saying
Yes, sir.
you are apprehending some kind of difficulties in installing Zotero.
No, I have
No, I
confusion. I
have
haven't
confusion. I
installed
haven't
it right
installed
now.
it right now.
So
Then
I just want to
So I
ask,
just want
there
to
are
ask,
two
there are
icons
two
which you have
icons
shown.
which you
When we
have
go
shown.
to the
When we go to
interface
the
of the
interface of
Zotero
the Zotero
download, when
download,
we click
when
the
we
download
click the
button, there will
download
be
button,
two
there will
icons.
be two
One
icons.
side there is
One
one
side there
capital
is
Z
one
written,
capital Z
and the
written,
other side
and the
there is
other side there is
Google Chrome plus
Google Chrome plus
Zotero. Do we
Zotero.
have to
Do
click
we
both
have to
the
click
download,
both the download,
both the sides?
both the sides?
uh, say there are two things we are targeting. One is the connector of Zotero and the browser. Either it may be Chrome or it may be Firefox. So better option is Chrome. Second is the Zotero as the tool itself. So you are telling that you are getting two side-by-side approaches. One must include that Zotero 5 for Windows. Another must include that install Chrome connector. You are not getting that.
Sir,
Or should I again go to Zotero site? So let me again share my screen.
yes, sir, please.
I've got one announcement.
announcement.
I would request the
I would request the
participants
participants
to ask their questions on the 15th,
to
because the
15
15th is
because the
reserved for
15th is
question and
reserved for
answer.
question and answer.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow, kind
of practice and then make your
of
questions and
make your
ask
questions and ask
on
on 15.
Okay. So as this is a very basic tips, they should clear. So this is the Zotero.org. You see this particular thing. Now you just click the download button here. If you click the download button, here in the left hand side you will see Zotero 5.0 for Windows. In your case, in my case it is Linux, in your case it will be Windows, if you are using Windows operating system. And the right hand side you will be saying, see, you see this time I have utilized my Firefox, so it is telling me install Firefox connector. So when I am accessing from the Chrome, it will tell me install from Chrome connector. So you first click the install Chrome connector or Firefox connector. When that part is over, you will see an icon here. Say for example, this is my save to Zotero icon in the right hand corner. And in the left hand side, use download separately, then install.
Sir, I got it now. First, I have to go for installation in the Chrome or Firefox, and then
Then download and double click and install.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Got it, sir.
Thank you. Got it, sir.
Okay. So over
make an announcement today.
Hello?
Hello?
Sir, you were saying something?
You were saying something, Dr. Mukherjee? No, over to you. My part today is over.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Uh, Thank you, sir, for
Yes,
that
sir, for that
session.
enriching session.
It was extremely informative.
It was extremely
and
informative,
we
and
shall try to follow
we will
your
try to follow
instructions.
your instructions.
We feel blessed to
We
be
feel blessed
enlightened
to
by
be
you today.
enlightened by you today.
We shall take further
We shall take
questions
further questions
on day 2
on
of the
day 2
workshop.
of the workshop.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. With this, we come to the end of the first day of our workshop. With this, we shall have Professor Bulu Maharana and Dr. Partho us on the 15th. As well. All the questions that the participants have for Dr. Mukhopadhyay, they can address it on day 2. He shall be with us on that day as well. The feedback link shall be provided to the participants also on the 15th. This was an extremely enriching experience for all of us, and we're looking forward to your participation on day 2 as well. Thank you very much. Sir?
Okay. So, once more, all the participants, please ask your questions on the 15th. That is to Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, because that session is reserved for question answers. Ask the principal. So I would like to end the session today. Think you want to say anything, Amrita?
No, sir. We shall end, and we are looking forward to your participation on the 15th again. Thank you very much and have a good day.